Sarah Ferguson has just crossed a line that even the most seasoned royal insiders never saw coming. A prominent royal expert has just exposed what they're calling her most appalling behavior to date. A move so shocking, it's reportedly left the Prince and Princess of Wales in a state of pure fury. Forget the old scandals, this involves a bizarre claim of communicating with the dead and a disturbing plan to replicate the late Queen's legacy for a massive payday. It's a betrayal that reaches far beyond the palace walls, and the details being revealed are making everyone wonder, has she finally gone too far to ever be forgiven?
It all started with a woof, but it ended with a palace in total revolt. For years, the world thought they'd seen every side of Sarah Ferguson, the scandals, the debts, the public falls from grace. But nothing prepared the royal household for her latest claim, that the late Queen Elizabeth is currently communicating with her from beyond the grave. And she's using the royal corgis as her medium. According to royal expert Emily Andrews, the Prince and Princess of Wales aren't just skeptical, they are reportedly appalled by what they're seeing. Picture this. Every morning, Sarah walks into a room where Muick and Sandy, the Queen's beloved pets, begin to bark. Most people see dogs happy to see their owner. Sarah, however, told a stunned audience at a high-profile forum that she is sure those barks are actually the late monarch speaking directly to her. But the corgi medium act was only the tip of the iceberg. Insiders say she's been telling her inner circle that the Queen's spirit follows her through the woods of Windsor, lingering in the Queen's favorite spots. To the family, this isn't just grief, it's being viewed as a crass and bizarre attempt to keep herself relevant by gatekeeping the Queen's memory. The tension in the palace has reached a boiling point because this isn't just about ghost stories. There is a much more calculated reason why Sarah is suddenly obsessed with these dogs, and it involves a secret she's been keeping about where they actually came from. It turns out the inheritance she's been bragging about might be a total lie, and the real story behind the corgi's ownership was just the first step in a much darker plan to turn these animals into a global commodity. Imagine a laboratory where the legacy of the British monarchy is being replicated one cell at a time for a $75,000 price tag. It sounds like a dark Hollywood thriller, but according to recent reports, this was the exact business venture Sarah Ferguson was allegedly pitching to television executives. The plan? To use the DNA of the late Queen's beloved corgis, Muick and Sandy, to create a line of regal clones that could be sold to the highest bidders across the globe. This wasn't just a passing thought, it was reportedly a full-blown reality TV concept. Producers dubbed it a bold and controversial business venture, designed to follow Sarah as she navigated the ethical minefield of genetic engineering, while simultaneously trying to dig herself out of a massive financial hole. The show was set to highlight her resilience in the face of mounting debt, but to the royal family, it looked like a total betrayal of the late Queen's most private affections. The Prince and Princess of Wales were said to be in a state of disbelief shading into fury when word of the cloning plot filtered back to Windsor. For William and Catherine, the corgis weren't just pets, they were living symbols of his grandmother's lifelong devotion and simple joys. Reducing that bond to a franchisable product line, essentially factory farming the Queen's legacy, was seen as the ultimate appalling low. While Sarah's team has since scrambled to deny her involvement, claiming she withdraws from proposals all the time, the damage within the palace was already done. The question on everyone's mind wasn't just if she would do it, but why she felt so desperate that cloning national icons felt like a viable escape. As it turns out, the answer lies in a financial death spiral that has become so severe it has forced her into a life of royal nomadism that no one saw coming. By April 2026, the woman who once occupied the most prestigious rooms in Britain has officially become a royal nomad, and the reason for her sudden disappearance is far more scandalous than anyone suspected. While the public was focused on her corgi cloning drama, Sarah Ferguson was quietly fighting a losing battle against a tidal wave of new legal documents. In February 2026, 6 of her core companies were suddenly liquidated, all while fresh names and emails from the Epstein files began circulating through the US government. Now she's not just keeping a low profile, she's reportedly avoiding entire countries. Insiders claim she has vowed never to set foot in America again, terrified that the moment she touches down, she'll be served with a subpoena to testify under oath. It's a spectacular fall from grace for someone who once built a multi-million-dollar empire in the States. Instead of private jets and red carpets, her life has transformed into a series of clandestine stays at luxury spa retreats in Northern Ireland and wellness centers in the UAE. But here's where it gets truly desperate. Sources close to the family say Sarah is currently sofa surfing on a global scale, relying on the dwindling generosity of wealthy friends to keep a roof over her head. After being forced out of Royal Lodge, her living situation has become so unstable that she's reportedly looking for a high-stakes comeback that some are calling her most dangerous move yet. She isn't just looking for a new home, she's looking for a total rebrand to save herself from total financial ruin. And while she's miles away from London, her secret meetings with the one person the palace has completely exiled are starting to leak. The King and Prince William have been watching from afar, and what they've discovered about her hidden alliances is about to trigger a royal response that could change for life forever. The walls of the royal household have finally closed in, and for the first time in 40 years, Sarah Ferguson has no home to return to. As of April 2026, the once unstoppable force of the York family has reportedly been banished from London and is living a life of disheveled isolation. While she was once a staple of the American talk show circuit, sources now claim she is terrified to even touch down on US soil. The reason? A new wave of unsealed DOJ documents has revealed emails where she reportedly referred to Jeffrey Epstein as the brother she always wished for. This wasn't just a bad choice of words, it was a total social execution. With her business empire in the US collapsing and 6 of her companies liquidated in a single month, Sarah has been forced into what insiders call a secret sofa surfing world tour. She's been spotted everywhere from Priscilla Presley's home in Los Angeles to remote wellness retreats in the French Alps, moving under the cover of darkness to avoid being tracked by those seeking answers about her past. But even more heart-wrenching is the silence from her own family. Her daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, are reportedly refusing to let her move in, fearing that her radioactive reputation will destroy their own standing with King Charles. To make matters worse, while she hides in plain sight, her ex-husband has reportedly been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office, leaving her completely alone in a storm she helped create. Despite the pariah status, the woman once nicknamed the Duchess of Pork is reportedly planning one final nuclear counterattack. Rumors are swirling about a $20 million tell-all memoir, a bridge-burning book that could make Prince Harry's spare look like a fairy tale. She knows where the bodies are buried, and in her mind, if she's going down, she's taking the palace secrets with her.
But as she prepares to pull the pin on this final grenade, a new question is haunting the halls of Windsor. What happens if the secrets she reveals don't just damage the monarchy, but end her relationship with her daughters forever? Sarah Ferguson once famously said that she was the happiest divorced woman in the world. But in April 2026, that happiness seems to have vanished along with her permanent address. The woman who claimed the late Queen was speaking to her through corgis is now reportedly facing a silence far more deafening, the silence of her own family. While the Prince and Princess of Wales remain appalled by her attempts to monetize the monarch's memory, the real blow came from within. With her companies liquidated and her $20 million revenge memoir reportedly rejected by major US publishers who fear the Epstein stain, Sarah has found herself at a dead end. The York name, once a symbol of royal resilience, has been reduced to a cautionary tale of what happens when you try to sell the crown's soul one piece at a time. Now, as she moves between luxury wellness centers in Europe and secret stays in the Middle East, the world is watching to see if she has one final move left, or if the appalling behaviors exposed this year have finally closed the palace gates for good. For a woman who spent decades trying to stay in the spotlight, her greatest struggle now might be simply finding a place where she's still welcome. But here is the real question that has royal insiders divided. Is Sarah Ferguson truly the pariah the media makes her out to be, or is she a woman who was simply left with no choice but to survive by any means necessary? Some say she's a victim of the family's rigid rules, while others believe she's finally facing the consequences of her own choices. What do you think? Was the corgi cloning plot a step too far, or is the palace being too harsh on a woman who has lost everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you want to stay updated on the latest 2026 royal revelations before they're scrubbed from the headlines, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.